Hello, work life warriors. I hope you're doing well. Today, I want to talk about wholehearted living. I remember when I felt my first pain, great pain. I will go out of my way to avoid it. It was my first teenage betrayal. Of course, girls disagree and catfight, and you have some disagreements, and you're still young, learning to work things out. And so it felt like an ultimate betrayal, and I just knew that I never wanted to feel that way again. And so I avoided making new relationships because of the possibility of them corroding or going negative or sour or hurting me, because letting people in and being open and vulnerable is a way that you can get hurt if you're not careful on who you're sharing your personal information with, or who you are sharing or experiencing your life with. And so I missed out on at least having some really great experiences and learning from people because I didn't want to feel the pain associated with being disappointed. And I began to treat a lot of people as if they were the person who did me wrong. And it impacted the quality of my life and impacted the quality of my relationships. I began to rely too much on one or two or four relationships as opposed to being a well-rounded person with many different relationships, having different buckets where I could draw social acceptance or support or love or whatever it is that I was seeking from. I began to not go out and get what I need, but instead just, rely on the couple of people that I can trust. And it creates a strain on those relationships because they cannot be everything that you need them to be. And so, in realizing that I allowed the pain of something that happened to me that was traumatic, I allowed that to turn me or harden me or turn me into or turn me pessimistic, at least when it came to making new friends. That it was impacting the quality of my life, and something had to be changed. That in order to get quality friends, in order to have the friends that are trustworthy, that can show up for you because they're showing up for themselves first and they're working on themselves first and they're mastering themselves first, so that there's none of that dissension in between. Once I started to recognize that, I began to open up and realize, like, I'm blocking off the potential to make potential friends or meet good people because I'm still stuck in the past of when I was hurt and somebody hurt my feelings, and I just don't want to feel that again. And it was in me realizing that I'm like, oh, yes, my feelings were hurt, but I'm unbreakable. It didn't break me, and my feelings can heal and I can feel differently. Like, your feelings may be hurt right now, but you can upgrade how you feel, your mindset, your perception about that particular thing. And then you no longer feel that way. Emotions come and go, and because something is feels painful, it is information. It's letting you know that what you're doing doesn't work. It doesn't mean stop trying. It just means do something differently. And so I got the first message, which is stop trying. I would just stop trying to make friends. But now I realize it's not about not trying. It's about doing something differently so that you can weed out the quality of people you're talking to or the quality of experiences you're having. So in knowing that, I realized, like, oh, I just have to become the type of friend that I want to have. And it will, make other people who do not value that type of character or personality stare clear from you. And that's exactly what you want, because if you decide that you want to be a light keeper in this world, which means you decide that you want to be more optimistic, you want to be more positive in this world. The more positive you are, the more it dispels negativity or negative people. And so they won't come around you, or if they do come around you, they leave or remove themselves very quickly. And the more bright you become, people who are not bright, I'm talking about as far as being a light keeper, not intellectual wise, they cannot be around your brightness. It's too bright for them. It's blinding for them. They rather be in a space where it's more shadow, where their eyes are more adjusted to what is more shadow. And so I decided, like, oh, although, opening up did not stop me from meeting other potential friends that wasn't the right friend for me. One, I didn't take it personally, but two, I was able to meet more people who could potentially be, a better fit or better fits, or where we could serve each other, because I was unafraid of the negative feelings. I did not give so much power to the negative feelings. And that's what we tend to do when we're not living wholeheartedly. We give so much emphasis to positive things, the things that make us feel good, that we stop growing, because it's in the negative or the things that don't feel so good, that make you uncomfortable, that you grow. And so shutting down your experience eventually will make you miserable, because you're only seeking one thing that cannot always be there. And when it is absent in the situation, then you feel pain. And so it is not really beneficial to you to seek one side, which is pleasure seeking all the time at the expense of avoiding what doesn't feel good, because it means that you are numbing yourself and not growing from what doesn't feel good, because it's always an opportunity to grow from what doesn't feel good. And so um wholehearted living means that you show up open, you show up vulnerable, and you don't let the baggage stop you from trying again and again and again and again, because you realize you're indestructible. You cannot be broken. You can be hurt, your feelings can get hurt, but you are whole and you cannot be broken. And in the hurt is messages, is information. It's a way for you to realize, okay, how can I grow from the pain? We talk, or in general, our society talks a lot about post-traumatic stress syndrome, post-traumatic stress, PSTD. Okay. And we talk a lot about it, but you rarely hear mention of post-traumatic growth syndrome, which is the opposite of that, which things in your life stress you out. They may show up negative or don't really add value, but if you think that is for you, then you can grow out of that experience. It doesn't become you, whatever you're going through, it helps develop you. And that's the way we should be thinking about all of our experiences. When you are living wholeheartedly, you know that even the good and the bad comes with learning experience, and you're not trying to turn off the bad, because there's so much information to be learned in the bad, that you welcome it. You're excited when things don't go your way, because it's an opportunity to grow, to learn, to develop, to be your best self. And so wholehearted living is a way to approach life authentic, to be open, to be vulnerable to everything that's happening to you, because it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. So what do you think about wholehearted living? Do you practice wholehearted living? Do you only pleasure seek? Do you try to stay away from the things that make you feel bad all the time? Now, again, I'm not saying that you should walk towards things that make you feel bad, which I would walk towards things that make me feel bad, just so that I can up level that feeling, so that people don't have control or power over me. But you don't have to do that, to walk towards things that feel bad. Just when things happen, not avoid them. Don't distract yourself. Don't try to wait or wish the bad away or wait for the good to come. Unpack it, sit in it, feel the negative, feel the uncomfortable, see what you can grow and develop from it. Journal it out, meditate on it, ask some questions. It is an opportunity for you to grow and develop, if you think it is. If you don't think it is, then you will continue to pleasure seek, and it doesn't really serve you, because you're looking at the world through a half lens. So, yes, I was so excited to start to add a little bit more balance, and realize that the quality of my life has improved, and I'm more satisfied and joyous in life, because I'm taking all of it. I have no prerequisites for just the good. I'm taking it all, and all of it is good, and all of it is an opportunity to grow, stretch, develop, and then to enjoy myself while doing it. Life is an adventure, and adventure means that you take it and you enjoy it and you're excited about it. If that's not what you're experiencing, then it's time to practice wholehearted living. It's time to open yourself up, to be vulnerable, to be authentic to the life that you're living, because it can add so much value, not just to yourself or those you love, but the entire world can benefit from you practicing wholehearted living. I hope that helps, work life warriors. Have a great day.